So now we're going to look into finding files. We know that we can search for the contents of a file using grep, but if we need to know where a file is and we know its name, we have two ways. One is to use the locate command, which uses a pre-built database of all the files on your system, and the other is the find command. So locate will be faster as long as the file is in the database. Find is a little more versatile because if we know we're in approximately the right place, we can just find based on that location. So we know that there's a file called file8.txt. We could look through all of the directories but that may take a long time, especially if there's a lot of files. We use the locate command. We know that it's called file8.txt, so type that, and that came back very quickly because the database is up to date. At least this file had been created as of when the database had been updated. We can do a partial search for the file. Locate file8 also brings back file8.txt, and so on and so forth. To update the database, you need to be the root user, and the command is updatedb. This command will take quite a little while to run, so you might want to set it up ahead of time by cron. It could take a couple minutes or more if your system has a lot of files and the database is out of date. So the second way we have to find files is with the find command. So we know that file8.txt is somewhere in this directory, somewhere under this directory tree. So we find, the first argument to find is the directory to start searching in, and that's the dot is the current working directory. So start searching in this directory, and we know that the name of it is file8.txt. So find doesn't use a pre-built database, it instead searches through all of the directories, starting with the directory that you specify, and looks for a file of that name. Now, you don't need the quotes if there aren't special characters in there, but you do need the exact name. Notice that this doesn't do a partial match unless we explicitly tell it to do a partial match. Find has a lot more options aside from just the name argument. You can search based on owner, based on time, based on the group, and so on and so forth. Another way to use find is to just say find dot, and without specifying an argument, it finds all of the files and it lists them all. So we could say find dot and then grep file8.